What's going on, Ratsénhaienhs Ross Montour, sending you greetings. It's been a while since I've been on Chiefs Uncut, and I've been doing some reflection on the past year and the numbers of losses we have dealt with in the community. Luckily, none from COVID. However, we've had to endure the isolation and separation from our families. And with that in mind, I learned of the loss of a baby, and I only know them as Baby Wilder, and that family has suffered a great loss, and I want to send out my condolences from the bottom of my heart, and I think that's something we all share in Kahnawake. So I want to send condolences to the mother of Baby Wilder, the family as a whole. I also really wanted to talk to a little bit about the vaccinations. So the vaccinations, rather. The vaccinations, as the community knows now, we're set to roll them out. And this is starting, I believe it's the 8th, and moving forward from there. And with the hope of getting, if not all of the community, I think at least 80% of the community to be vaccinated. I know that there are people that they're worried about it and maybe feel that it's not safe, and they're hoping, that maybe people don't take it. But I encourage everyone in the community to receive the vaccination. If not, for me, I put out a statement. I'm going to take it not so much for myself. I've lived a full life, and I'd like to live a longer time, a lot longer. But really, my motivation is to take it for the benefit of my family, and by extension, the whole of the community. And I think that's predominantly, that's the position most people would take. But I would encourage people not to worry about it. I was thinking about this morning, and the thing is when I was a child, things like smallpox vaccination were rolling out, tuberculosis vaccination were being administered, many vaccinations, diphtheria and so on, that at the time, as at first grade, we were getting those vaccinations. And those things were considered to be really marvels. The smallpox, for instance, had been eradicated in the world. I know that in the last 20 years or so, there's been a lot of sort of conspiracy talk about vaccinations and so on. But those things are really life-saving measures. And I think that's how we need to look at it. I don't fault anybody if you say you don't think you should. That's entirely your option. I've never taken the flu vaccine. I always felt like I never probably ever had the flu. However, this is something different. And this is something that we're going to be living with even after the vaccines. But we will move towards, I think they call it herd immunity. And that's what we all want to get to. And so that we can go back to, or go forward to, a more normalized lifestyle. We won't have to be necessarily in a year's time, hopefully, hiding behind masks and so on, being able to gather again with our families and loved ones. This is a real felt loss, I think, that people have been dealing with. So I just wanted to put that out to you because I think it's important. And I want to thank the community, because really, in spite of everything, and we have our numbers go up a bit and below, we have done much better than all of the surrounding communities in the Montérégie because of the approach that we have taken, both with the task force, but also none of that works without community response. And so I personally want to say now, go out to the community for all of the work and the sacrifice. I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's been a sacrifice, but there is a good result coming from that sacrifice. And so I'll leave you with that message. I could have talked about other things I'm involved with, but I think this is the most important at this time. So, Nyamagoa, Danun Onigiwahi.